Hello and welcome back to the channel. Now the planning and all the stuff going on about riding around the world trip is becoming more and more epic. Let me tell you all about it. Cue the intro.
This adventure is supported by Ashworth Automotive in Weston-super-Mare, the #1 garage keeping you and Helmet Head on the road.
Well, in case you're new to the channel, let me catch you up really quickly. I'm planning on riding the entire world, well, as many countries as I possibly can, and ideally as many countries on a Honda monkey bike as I possibly can, doing leg by leg of different countries, leg by leg. So traveling for about 5 to 6 days, trying to cover most of a country, leaving my bike in a certain location, flying home, flying back out and doing the next leg. This adventure is probably going to go on for a few years. I'm not in any denial on that whatsoever at all, but I think it's a way that lots of people would love to travel the world, and this is a potentially good way of doing it. Now on this channel I completely wing everything. There is no huge plan as such. I am just going to do it stage by stage by stage. So my Honda monkey bike that I am really missing. It's really weird because I'm used to having it right in front of me. Here is where my Honda monkey bike lives, and not having it here, it's really odd. And the thing of it is that I'm having loads and loads of conversations with Ashworth Automotive, with Lee, and he's telling me loads of stuff that he's doing. Well, he's not telling me what he's doing really. He's kind of hinting that he's got all these parts in order and he's looking at this and he's watching stuff about the engines and what he can do and what he can't do and what's best happened to the bike. And he's not actually telling me anything other than making me go, wow, this sounds incredible. I still don't know what he's going to do. He keeps hinting that he's going to paint everything black and I'm going to turn up and it will all be in satin black because it will be sexy, and he's going to put a shark's face on the front of the bike. But I know Lee well enough now to know, and I've seen him work on the monkey bike, that he's going to be awesome. What he's going to create is going to be something seriously next level. But we'll talk more about that towards the end of the video. Now, what I've done, I've got a set-off day of the 15th of February, and that is the day, my big day, that I'm going to set off to travel the world on this Honda monkey cycle, Ashworth Overlanding beast, right? And I'm dead excited because the way I do things, like everything is just completely winging it. All I've done is I've booked the Eurotunnel on the 15th, and I can't remember the exact time, it's like 20 past 4 or something, I'll be on the Eurotunnel. And my plan is to set off from the Midlands, about 160 miles to the Eurotunnel, ride the monkey bike down the motorways, all the main roads, just bomb it, hammer the miles down, and get there, get on the Eurotunnel, go under the sea, arrive in France. I've booked a hotel about 45 minutes to an hour away along the coastline in France. That's day one. And then day two, I'm going to plan on hacking down as many miles as I possibly can as well, because I want to have day 3 and 4 a little bit more chill out, where I can try and visit some places, knowing that I've hammered most of France already. I mean, that's my plan on a 125 that will be fully laden with a beautiful skinny man like myself on it. And anyway, part of this then will be that I will eventually arrive in the Pyrenees. So I will travel France, I'll try and capture some crazy stuff, try and find some hidden gems, then I will arrive in the Pyrenees. Now my dad lives in the Pyrenees. It was his birthday back in December, and when I rang him up, I said, I'm going to bring your present to you in person, and it's a really special present. I'm still waiting for it to be for it to arrive, because it's still being made, if that makes sense. It's made, adjusted, whatever. It's going to be absolutely epic, and it's going to be quite emotional as well, because it's something I've actually wanted to do for quite a long amount of time, but being able to do it has been difficult, but I have now, and you'll see all this come up in a video. So then once I've got to my dad's house in France, that's probably going to be like a 5-6 day adventure, and then I've got my flight already booked to come home, and then I'm going to obviously come home, and I'm just going to be about 6 weeks until I can fly out again, because I will need to earn enough money to pay for leg 2 and obviously do all the editing and all the stuff involved in it as well. And basically I've got to work and to pay the bills and look after my family and my kids. But then I'm going to fly back out, and now leg 2 wasn't planned, but it is now. So this is really cool. This is quite new. So I'm going to then ride along, hopefully I'm going to go through the Pyrenees. Obviously I've got to do that on the monkey bike, film some epic scenery, some mountain passes, come back down, then I'm going to try to follow the coastline-ish. This could all change, so don't hold me to this, but follow the coastline-ish and ride across Spain, aiming to get to Portugal, because I've had an offer come through, what has just rocked my world, that there's a place that hire out pink monkey bikes. They do tours. You can hire out a bike, you can hire it out for, I think it's either a 2 or 4 days, or it could be a 3 and 5 days, and they do like an exclusive tour thing, and that includes hotels a lot. Anyway, they've offered to store my monkey bike there, so I can store it there for 6 weeks, and then I'll potentially get them to do an oil change, or a garage that they know is an oil change, so it's all ready for me to go when I get there. But anyway, store that for 6 weeks there, while I fly home, do the same thing, work, do what I have to do, then fly back out. And they've offered to hook me up with hotels when I go back and tour me around. So what I'm thinking is, if they hire out pink monkey bikes, and I already know 2 people that are definitely wanting to get involved in hire bikes, but people, there won't be very many of these, whatever they've got in stock of these pink monkey bikes, you can hire, I think they've got 4, to be honest with you, they could have more. You could come out and hire and ride Portugal with me as part of a tour. So now I'll ride the Portugal tour by, organised by them, because it's going to be absolutely epic, and then I'm going to leave my bike there. I'll leave my bike there again for the same sort of thing, roughly 6 weeks or so, depending on what happening, because there's other filming stuff going on in between with patron meets and all the other stuff like the Helmet Festival. It might be longer, but then I will fly back out and then I'll ride it down, all the way down to Alicante in Spain. And that's kind of as far as I've got at the minute. Then I'm going to aim to store it at Alicante in Spain. And then I want to take in Gibraltar as well, because I want real monkeys with the monkey, and then I'll leave it in Alicante, and pretty much that's as far as I've got in regards to planning. And then it'll probably be up, I'd love to get it to Italy from there, but I'll be reaching out to more people to see if I can store the bike in different places. So that's pretty much the plan to do with the venture so far. Like I said, it is winging it. Every part of it's not going to be, I'm going to set a certain route, I'm going to do this. I want to go, I want to experience it sort of raw. I want to try and plan each day and just see what I can find and what's going to happen. And then just ride the world as much as possible. Now, I'm not deluded with regards to the monkey bike itself. I will ride as many countries as I possibly can and get as far as I can, depending on how many people I can reach out to, places I can store the bike. I may look at shipping it to some countries to cover some countries. Other countries, I will leave the monkey bike wherever it is, as long as it's secure, and potentially fly out and hire a bike. My plan is to ride the entire world, like I said, as many countries as I possibly can that I'm allowed to ride. It's going to be absolutely epic. But the Honda monkey bike, the bike that I'm missing so much, because I've never been, really, it sounds daft, I've never been apart from the monkey bike. It's always been in this space in the garage. Now, I know that Lee is an expert. He's an incredibly talented mechanic, and we've been having phone conversations, and we had our first chat about the bike, and then Lee's gone sort of after that, and he's gone, I'm not telling you anything about it, I've got to know what I'm doing, it's going to be something incredible, it's going to be epic. And he keeps making phone calls to me, and he keeps not dropping hints, but going like, like, I've ordered this and this is going to be really good, and I'm going to get this, and this part needs to come from this country to make this happen, and I'm chasing up suppliers, and I'm making calls, and I'm telling him that you're a lord and that you need to get this part quickly because this is going to be filmed and be epic. And he sounds like he's just doing wonders to the monkey bike, is where of putting it, crazy wonders to the monkey bike. And the thing of it is, not really knowing what he's doing other than like a slight brief that I gave him, it's nerve-wracking, because I know it's going to be awesome, but the vision in my head is like going boof, boof, boof. So being an expert that I am in doing blueprints to like superheroes, like 007's cars and stuff like that, obviously being an engineering genius that I am, what I decided to do was, I decided from talking to Lee and what I've got in my head, I decided to do like a blueprint. So I've got an idea of what I think the monkey bike is going to look like when I get there. Now, I want you to put in the comments if you think I'm right, or if there's anything that you think he's going to do differently. But I'm going to put the blueprint up. Now, like I said, I'm a very, very, very highly skilled professional at doing this. So obviously, please don't try and copy this kind of skill at home, because if you do, you probably won't be able to make it to the sort of advanced stage that I've done it. So I'll put the blueprint up on the screen at the end. But as you can imagine, I'm getting proper excited. So much is happening, and the best part of it is more and more people are offering to store the bike, help me, guide me through different bits of their countries. So I've kind of got as far as, like I said, as hopefully getting to Alicante, where I've got a place to leave it. Then after that, the world is my oyster, and we will figure out where I can store it next. Everything's got to be sort of a 5 to 6 day travel time for me to do it. I can do a week and probably slightly longer, but it will eat into more leave, and I need to save like my normal work leave. I need to save at least a couple of weeks for what I've got planned towards the end of the year to tackle another country, and it's going to take me about 2 weeks to do so. But I'm already planning 2024 as well, in regards to countries. But just riding the monkey, so far I've planned up to Alicante, so it should be absolutely epic. And of course, I can't wait to pick up the monkey bike. On the 22nd of January, I get to reveal the monkey bike. Everyone's invited to come and see it at Ashworth Automotive. Check out Lee's Facebook page. He is a YouTuber as well. He'll have all the details on his Facebook pages. There will be links, as always, down to all of Lee's stuff, so you can keep more up to date with him than you can with me at the minute about the monkey bike. But this is going to be epic. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave you with my big blueprint on the screen. Check it out. Tell me what you think. I think I've got it spot on. I reckon I've drawn the best overlanding beast in the entire world. And I'll catch up with you as soon as I know more as well. But we've got a date. We're setting off. This is going to be epic. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye for now.